As the transfer market heats up, a big name is beginning to dominate the backroom talks of English football. Rumours suggest that a player valued at £47 million could be on the verge of becoming Newcastle United's main target, leaving giants like Manchester United behind. This move promises to shake up the Premier League and spark the imagination of the fans. Over the next few minutes, you'll discover all the details that could change the course of the season. Before we go any deeper, let me take a moment to speak directly to you, who follows every step of Newcastle. If you live and breathe black and white passion, subscribe to the channel right now. This simple gesture really helps keep the content alive and ensures you always get the hottest updates about our club. Click now, because together we form a community that goes far beyond the pitch. Back to the story. Last summer was a true marathon for the Magpies. Newcastle moved boldly in the transfer market, bringing in high-profile names like Nick Woltemade and Anthony Elanga. After 3 transfer windows that failed to deliver the expected impact, it became clear that strategic areas of the squad needed a revamp. The dramatic qualification for the Champions League brought joy, but also an awareness that the team was still not ready to cope with a season packed with demanding fixtures. It was in this context that Bruno Guimaraes, one of the squad's pillars, sent a clear message. The team needed reinforcements. The Brazilian, who understands better than most the challenges of leading on the pitch, knew that without depth and new additions, the Magpies would be vulnerable. The board listened, and Eddie Howe worked to shape a more balanced squad. Experienced players arrived, transfer records were broken, and the fans finally felt that a solid plan was in motion. But, as happens in football, there is always a new twist waiting to emerge. And this is where the story becomes even more intriguing. A big name, valued at no less than £47 million, could soon become the main target in a battle between English giants. According to reliable reports, this player may be closer to donning black and white than many imagine, leaving even Manchester United behind. Before revealing the details of this negotiation, a quick pause. If you're enjoying the story and want to keep following every rumor, every piece of news, and every behind-the-scenes insight about Newcastle, subscribe to the channel. It's free, takes less than 5 seconds, and makes all the difference in helping our community grow while bringing quality information straight to you. The name in question is Ruben Neves, a familiar face in the Premier League. The Portuguese midfielder shown for years at Wolverhampton, becoming a key figure in the club's rise, including securing a place in the Europa League in 2019. His style of play, defined by precise passing and excellent vision, caught the attention of several top clubs, including Newcastle. However, in 2023, he chose a different path, moving to Al Hilal in the Saudi Pro League for £47 million. At that time, it seemed unlikely that Neves would return to European football so soon. After all, the Saudi Pro League offered millionaire salaries and stability. But football is dynamic, and the cycle may be about to change. His contract with Al Hilal runs until 2026, but there are no signs of an extension. According to journalist Ben Jacobs, who closely follows the market, there is a real chance that Neves could be available in the January window, possibly on loan, with a strong desire to return to the Premier League. This information has triggered Newcastle's radar. The club has a historical interest in Neves, and now, with a real chance of a return to English football, the opportunity seems irresistible. Jacobs stated that the Magpies would even be prepared for a permanent deal, which could transform the team's midfield. At the same time, Manchester United also appears interested. But according to the journalist, the Red Devils are looking for a younger profile, which could further open the door for Newcastle to advance. It's important to highlight that, despite the excitement, Neves' arrival would also bring challenges. Newcastle's midfield is currently in one of its best phases in recent years. Bruno Guimaraes, Joelinton and Sandro Tonali form a solid trio that has already proven competitive against any opponent. Integrating Neves into this setup would require adjustments and could inevitably create competition for places. Even so, having big-name players is never too much when competing on multiple fronts. And here's another quick reminder. If you've been following this analysis so far, have you subscribed to the channel yet? Imagine getting first-hand updates like this directly to your feed. Hit the subscribe button and don't miss any news about Newcastle United, whether on loan or as a permanent transfer. Neves' return to the Premier League would be a milestone. He is only 28, which means at least 4 to 5 more seasons at a high level. His playing style also fits Eddie Howe's philosophy, which emphasizes intensity, vertical passes, and players capable of switching between attack and defense with the same efficiency. He would be a key player, especially in decisive matches, where experience makes all the difference. However, the competition cannot be underestimated. Despite the caveats, Manchester United continues to monitor the Portuguese midfielder. Their season at Old Trafford has been marked by highs and lows, and big names like Neves could bring more balance to a team still seeking its identity. This means Newcastle must act quickly and strategically, ensuring that the opportunity does not slip away as it has in previous windows. As the rumors intensify, Newcastle fans are already imagining the scene. Ruben Neves at St. James Park, wearing black and white, delivering precise passes and lifting the stands. A scenario that seemed unlikely just a few months ago now takes on realistic contours. The coming weeks promise to be intense, and every detail could completely change the outcome of this story. And to make sure you don't miss any of these updates, once again, subscribe to the channel now. Here you'll always have the most complete and accessible coverage of everything related to Newcastle United. Ruben Neves' future remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. If Newcastle succeeds in beating Manchester United to his signature, it will not just be a signing but a statement of power in English and European football. A clear message that the club is not merely participating but ready to compete with the giants and write a new era of achievements. Now the ball is in the director's court, and fans are waiting anxiously. Will we see the Portuguese star return to the Premier League through the doors of St. James Park? The answer is still in the making, but all signs point to an outcome that could change the course of the season.